Apparently there's a golf course in the Rayong province in Thailand that's got two par sixes. We're going to have to check that out. Let's get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. So, welcome back to the channel. And as I said at the top of the show, we're off to Rayong province. Specifically, we're going back to Barcelona Valley. And today's golf course in the Barcelona Valley complex we're playing, this guide and review, is going to be St.Andrews 2000 golf course. So, yeah. What can we say? Special golf course, but before we get there, I just want to mention that, as usual, I'll put the whole sequence up on the screen as I talk away, and also the yardages, etc., and a little bit of sort of B-roll footage just to show you the facilities, etc. But yeah, let's get on to talking about the golf course. So, yeah, St Andrews 2000, as the name would suggest, it is opened in 2000. It was basically designed by Desmond Mearhead. I think that is a gentleman from the maybe the Scottish descendancy. Quite a famous designer, actually. He's designed this particular course, but just so you have a little bit more information on the standard of this particular designer, he was also co-designed Mayfield Village with Jack Nicklaus, and I'm sure you're all aware that there's a big PGA tournament played at Mayfield, the Memorial at Mayfield Village every year in Ohio and USA. So anyway, he's well-known course designer, and of course the theme is of the golf course is a links style golf course. Wouldn't necessarily say it's there is quite a lot of links features, but as you can imagine, inland golf course in Thailand, you're not going to get the hard pattern sort of fairways you would get in a link style golf course. But nevertheless, it's I've played it quite a few times myself. It's always been in pretty good condition. Just for your information, the golf course has just been recently renovated. I think in the past 6 months it's opened up again, and specifically the greens were pulled up and redone, more similar to what happened at Green Valley. So I'm hearing that the greens are in good condition, a little bit firm because they're still young as far as let's say bedding in, etc. So I've heard the greens can be a bit bouncy, but we'll speak as we find when we get there. And yeah, just a little bit more about the golf course. So it's it's a par 74. That obviously is two more than the normal 72 because of the two par sixes, and of course there is two par sixes on this particular golf course, which has holes I think 4 and 13. Yeah, it's got some other good features like double tiered fairways, for example, one of the par fives, some really good risk reward type holes as well. Certainly make a great venue for a scramble. Yeah, and some big elevated greens, elevated tee boxes. I've also heard as part of the recent renovation that they actually pulled down some of the trees. I think that was probably most welcome because you know, bit of a tough golf course. I think when they originally built it, there was an idea it was going to be holding some professional tournaments, which it did. I mean, for those who been in the Pattaya area know this golf course quite well, back in the day, I think it was about 2005, something like that, they held the A1 paper, that is A1 Asian Tour tournament there. I think Shiv Kapoor lost out to a young Thai amateur in the playoff, if I recall. actually went there and watched it. It's a good venue to watch golf, actually. I think it's also held quite a few Asian Tour qualifiers. So tip-top golf course. Certainly will test the best of golfers. But I think part of that is, so much competition for these big Asian Tour tournaments that probably thought, okay, maybe we need to bring down some of these trees, make it a little bit more, let's say, enjoyable and playing. So I'm looking forward to capturing that on the footage today, and bring this golf course alive to you, and hopefully this guide and review will make you more astute when you tackle this particular golf course, and hopefully give you a better score. And just one more thing to say before I move on, is do me a favor, if you know people in the Japanese or South Korean fraternity, please share this video with them, because I'm trying to break into that market, if you like, because I'm sure we all know there's lots of Japanese and lots of South Korean gentlemen, especially in the high season, because it's very cold where they are this time of the season. So they all flood over to Thailand. So if you could share these videos, that would be much appreciated, because yeah, I'm hopefully we'll get a few more views and stuff like that. And of course, they'll be on YouTube these days. You can, although I'm delivering this particular vlog in English, they can just change it to with AI and all that good stuff that's happening these days. They can translate instantly, or even, I think, change the voiceover to their own local language. Anyway, that's enough for the opening gambit. Hopefully you'll enjoy this guide and review, and of course, as usual, we'll do the halfway house update and a final verdict. So let's fast forward and get to the golf course. Bye for now. Right, welcome back. Just standing at the back of the 18th year at St.Andrews 2000. So yeah, it's looking in nice condition. Yet to start this round of golf. Going to play off the blues today. Just a bit of an update on price. So if you remember, during the week, 1,900 baht. That's a good deal. Good deal indeed. I think even a member's guest 2,200. So yeah, certainly in the correct, let's say, price bracket. And looking forward to this, and yeah, let's get it underway, and hope you enjoy this guide and review. Catch you in a moment. Okay, off we go on to hole number 1 at St Andrews 2000. It starts with a par 4, stroke index 4. We'll be doing this guide and review off the whites, as that's predominantly, let's say, the majority of the golfers when they play this golf course play the whites. So 336 yards off the whites here, and as usual on the illustration, dotted red, white and blue line is showing 100, 150, 200 yards from the centre of the green, just to give an indication. Be some orange sort of indicators for landing areas, etc. So yeah, let's get started. So on this first hole, we've got something probably 220, 230 yards. That's all you need off the tee here, off the whites. So if you manage to achieve that, get that down in the center of the fairway, slightly elevated green here, and if anything, the green slopes a little bit from the back to the front. So if you can, try and hit the ball below the hole. If you achieve that and start with a par here, you're doing very well. Right, we're on to hole number 2. It's a par 4. It's in Andrews 2000. It's stroke index 7. Short par 4, this one, 287 yards. Yeah, you can be enticed into hit a driver, but the recommendation here is just hit something around about 180 yards, not even that, because then you'll be on the flat, gives you a nice shot in. So thinking positively, you'll hit a shot around about 180, slightly over, and that'll give you something shorter than 100 yards into the green. Significant slope here from the back to the front, so definitely, if you can, want to be short of the pin, definitely want to be on the green, because there's a big slope going down, running back down to the fairway again. So yeah, think positively, hit that shot into the hole, keep it below the hole if you can. If you can, you can give yourself an opportunity for the birdie, but tricky hole, but also possibility of an opportunity for a birdie. Okay, on to hole number 3. It's the first par 3 at St. Andrews, 2000, stroke index 1. Plays 163 yards off the whites. So, yeah, certainly the tee's elevated and big slopes to the left of the green and bunkers. You don't really want to be there. If anything, the miss is short, and at least you'll give yourself a chip up to the green. But big slopes at the left of the green and down at the back of the green. So if the pin's at the back, don't go shooting for it. Just you want to try and just get to the middle of the green if you can. If you achieve that, you're in a good shape, and get 2 putts and get out of here with a par. It's pretty good going, because this is a tough par 3. Right, on to hole number 4. It is the first par 6 on the golf course, stroke index 11. Yes, you heard me right, a par 6. Off the whites, plays 626 yards. Certainly this one is trickier than the other one, and it's really about the tee shot here. If you've got this very sort of small landing area and lots of trouble off the tee, and you can see there's a carry of 260 yards to the end of let's see, the landing area. But anyway, let's think positively. You're going to shoot, possibly the bigger hit is just need a 3-wood, but typically everybody else is hitting driver. Plenty of space actually on the left hand side, so you don't want to be trying to cut too much of a corner off, because they're not spoil your score. If you achieve that and just shove it down there as far as you can with your next shot, there's plenty of room there, and certainly the bigger hit is, I would expect you probably still give you an opportunity to reach this in 3 shots, but for the normal hitters and people, it's going to be just laying up. Leave yourself with a very small chip onto the green. If anything, green slopes from the back to the front, so try and leave it below the hole. But always good opportunity the birdie here, as long as you have success with your tee shot. Yeah, but great hole, and like I say, the first par 6 at St. Andrews. Right, we're on to hole number 5. It's a par 3, stroke index 13. Off the whites, plays 146 yards. It's a second par 3 in the front 9. Yeah, for sure this particular hole, you want to stay clear of that bunker on the left-hand side. Bit of a humpback green, so it sort of slopes from the middle down towards the left, and then from the middle down to the front. So depending where the pin is, if always, you can try and keep the ball below the pin, and gives yourselves a better opportunity of a birdie. 125 yards to the front of the green, 158, plenty of room on the right. So thinking positively, you're going to shoot to the middle of the green, and if you do that, you avoid the bunkers. Just sensible sort of approach to this hole. Get a 2 putts, get a par, and that's a pretty good score on this particular hole. Can be tricky, but par should be well achievable. Right, we're on to the 6th hole now. It's a par 4, stroke index 15. Playing off the whites, 301 yards. A couple of ways to play this particular hole, so we'll start with a sensible way. Basically, you want to be looking to just pop it over the water to the left-hand side. If for those who haven't quite got the carry, just aim a little bit further to the left. Even if you use right to the left and you're still in the fairway, you'll still be left at 150 yards into the pin. So think it sensibly. This is where you'll play it. And yeah, I would say normally you're going to be left with about maybe 110, less, 100 yards. Just depends how much water you take off. Just do bear in mind on the green here, does slope more or less from the sort of the middle to the front, so you want to try and keep it short of the pin. There is this quite a steep slope over the green, so you don't want to be long. But anyway, think it positively, you'll shoot it in. And for those with a bit more testosterone and want to take the direct route, there is a good possibility to do that, as shown here with a dotted orange line. 245 yards carry. Just got to be wary that if you're going to hold this green, you've got to pitch it short and trickle it on. Because if you pitch direct under the green, chances are it's going to go straight over the back, because the greens are still quite firm here at St. Andrews 2000, hence since they've been relayed. So anyway, risk opportunity hole, great hole. Okay, onwards to the hole 7, which is a par 5, stroke index 17. Yeah, quite an unusual par 5 this, because it's got a 2-tier fairway system here. You've got the high road or the low road. No particular best way to do. I mean, you definitely want to hit the fairway, so I would certainly favour you know, basically the upper tier, if you like, of this particular fairway system. Otherwise, if you try to be cute and go down the bottom, let's say the low road, you potentially go in the water, so you want to avoid that. So recommendation here is when you're shooting off the tee, you want to shoot up onto that upper tier if you can, the fairway, see about 250 yards. Make sure you don't point too far to the left, otherwise you can be in the trees. And typically for the long hitters, they can definitely get there in two. It's 469 yards, so if you get a good drive away, you could leave yourself with 200 yards in. Plenty room up there. But anyway, we'll explain it as just basically a three-shotter, because that's where the majority of the players will be playing it. This particular green, quite a bit of significant slope from the back of the green to the front. So again, a premium on keeping the ball below the hole so you can give yourself a nice uphill putt. And if you achieve that, get it on the green, below the hole, get a two putts, possibility of a birdie because you can get closer in two and chip it up there, then yeah, great par five. Okay, moving on to the 8th hole. It's a par 4, stroke index 3, one of the more challenging par 4s on this particular golf course. Off the whites, plays 385 yards. Trick here is just try and avoid that bunker that you can see at the 210, sort of to reach it. There's plenty of room on the left-hand side. That's more preferential. More or less aim left of the tree. You achieve that, you're going to be in good shape. So thinking positively, that's what you're going to do. There is about 265 yards, so sort of landing zone there before you would run out of fairway. So it's just to give you an idea that you've got plenty space on that left-hand side. That's definitely the best route in. And of course, the trick here for the second hole is never be long. There's a big sort of slope down after the green that goes into the water, so you want to avoid that. So, and try and avoid that bunker. Sometimes a sensible shot is just to push it a little bit forward down the left-hand side and then chip on. But anyway, think positively, shoot onto the green. Green does slope from back to front, so again, anything under the hole here is pretty good. Get a two putts here and a par, you're doing very well. Okay, moving on to the 9th hole, the last hole on the front nine, par 4, stroke index 5. Plays 335 yards. Yeah, the trick for this particular hole is just avoid that bunker at 181 yards, and you can certainly get over that. It's about 220 yard carry. Give yourself a shot in, but yeah, if you can reach that fairway as well for the bigger hitters, it's even better. But there's plenty of room on the left as well, so you can avoid that bunker. But anyway, think positively, you'll shoot sort of over that bunker. That's around about 250 yards carry. If you achieve that, this green is particularly elevated, so you definitely want to be thinking about an extra club because of the elevation from the fairway. But otherwise, great hole this, and yeah, green slopes from the back to the front, sort of from the right down to the left to the other bunker on the left-hand side. So just be wary of that, and try and keep the ball below the hole, get your two putts and get a par here. It's a pretty good finish to the first 9, and we'll go to the halfway house. Right, welcome back. We are doing the halfway house update. So, St. Andrews 2000 down at Barcelona Valley. Yeah, what can we say? Great shape actually. I mean, it's the high season, it's December 2025, and yeah, the course is in great condition. Actually playing off the blues today, which is like putting yourself through hell, but don't think I've ever used a 6-iron as much. But by the way, this guide and review will be off the whites because that's predominantly what the majority of golfers play this course on. But yeah, you can see they've taken away some of the trees and made it more open. It looks a lot more tidier. Fairways in good condition, greens very good, very quick. So yeah, so far so good. Definitely worth the 1,900 baht. And playing with a young man today, Tommy, my God, he hits the ball a long way. I thought I hit a long ball, but it's making me look like a bit of a wuss. But never mind, that's what happens when you get older. But yeah, enjoying it so far. And stay tuned, take you through the back 9, this guide and review, and we'll give you a final verdict later. Okay, bye for now. Okay, entering the back nine. The back nine starts at the 10th hole with a par 3, a stroke index 18. Quite the tricky hole, this. You do need to be wary of the wind. Lots of green, you can see there, 126 to the front and 160 to the back. So you definitely want to be, certainly if that pin's at the short, sort of at the front of the green, don't go flag hunting, just get it over the water, because there is a significant bank at the front of the green, and if you do miss hit it, it can potentially run all the way down or give yourself a tricky shot. So aiming for the middle of the green here is always a good strategy. Bit of slope from the right hand side of the green down to the left, and if you're thinking positively, you'll shoot at the middle of the green. You achieve that, walk out here with 2 putts and a par. It's always good, but always possibility of a birdie here as well. So yeah, great little par 3 to start off the back nine. Okay, we have moved on to hole number 11. It's a par 4, stroke index 4. This is quite the tough hole. Plays off the whites, 374 yards. Just got to be a bit wary of that bunker off the right-hand side of the tee, 205 yards to reach that. You can get over that bunker, but you've just got to be wary that there is some tree that could block you out, as well as water a little bit further on. Certainly for the bigger hitters, you might need to consider a 3-wood off the tee. But for the normal persons, it's a driver. Try and keep to the left hand side of the fairway if you can. That'll give you the best opportunity to get onto this green in 2. Sometimes you'll be left with a long shot into this green. It does invariably play into the wind. Green does slope from the back and sort of right down towards the front left, so just bear that in mind. But to be fair, anything on the green here, and if you get a 2-putt and get out this hole with a par, you're doing very well. Okay, we've come to the 12th hole. This is definitely the hole at in tee box, so that and the 11th green, where you've reached the furthest point away from the clubhouse. So now we're doing a U-turn. We're going to be heading backwards. So this particular hole, the 12th, is par 4, stroke index 12. Nothing too exciting here. Big trouble is off that tee is just that bunker on the right-hand side. So if you definitely want to sort of avoid that, and you can see there with the orange indicator, that's 230 yard carry. To achieve that, for those who can't carry it, just move down the left, or invariably just play short of the bunker, because you'll still be left with pretty short shot into the green, sort of less than 150 yards. So just bear that in mind. For the really big hitters, 293 yards to the bunker up on the right by the green. This particular green has double tier, so just bear that in mind. So anyway, think positively, shoot off the tee, get it in that sort of landing area just over the 230 yard mark. That'll give yourself a nice sort of 80 yard pitch in, something like that. As I mentioned, double tiered green here, sort of flat bottom left and up on the top on the right. So just bear that in mind. Again, preference to be under the hole here if you can, shooting into the green, give yourself possibility of a birdie. But yeah, great little par 4 to sort to start the journey on the way home back to the clubhouse. Okay, we're on to the second par 6. It's St.Andrews 2000. It's hole 13, stroke index 10, plays 758 yards off the whites. Off the tee box here, you've got 2 levels of the fairway, upper tier and a lower tier. So definitely want to shoot it down the left-hand tier if you can. If you achieve that, the next sort of tip on this particular hole is don't try and go for the big fairway wood to try and get it over the cart path in the middle of the fairway there. You can get yourself into trouble going in the water. The recommendation here, just plod an iron down there, get short of that cart path, then you can just set yourself up for a nice shot. With this, again, of the last part of this fairway, there's double tier, upper level and lower level. Just shoot it further down there if you can. Leave yourself a nice short shot into the green. Green's double tiered, so there's an upper level and a lower level at the front. Typically slopes from back to front, so invariably definitely want to try and keep it below the hole. If you achieve that, get out here with a birdie is fantastic, and about pars very good as well. But yeah, great hole. Okay, onwards to hole 14. It's a par 4, stroke index 6. Quite the toughie, this one, quite the long one, 417 yards off the whites. Again, there's a upper tier and lower tier featured fairway here. And definitely we recommend try and keep on the lower tier if you can. Just make sure you don't block it out to the right in those trees, but it gives you the best angle into the green anyway. Thinking positive here, you're going to shoot it down the fairway, and probably going to be leaving yourself with 150 minimum in, if not slightly longer because of the length of the hole. Slightly elevated, and plenty of room on the left there. Don't go flag hunting the pins on the right hand side. Just want to get on that left hand side of the green as a recommendation. If you shoot it onto the green left hand side-ish and get 2 putts here, that'll be a good outcome. And the green does slope from sort of the left hand side down towards the bank on the right, so just bear that in mind. Definitely want to be hitting the left hand side of the green if you can. Onwards to the 15th hole. It's a par 4, stroke index 8, plays 360 yards. This particular fairway, definitely want to get your camera out here. A very high point, and a good feature about this particular hole is that fairway, as you can see, shaped like a body with the green being the head, quite unique. So worth a picture with your phone or camera if you're carrying one. But anyway, yeah, you want to keep it on the fairway here. There's slopes down to the left and down to the right, bit of rough there, so premium on hitting the fairway here. But anyway, think positively. You'll shoot it down there, try and get it as far down as you can. Invariably you're going to be left with something between 100 and 150 yards into the green here if you reach that fairway. This green does slope quite significantly from the back to the front, bit of a double tier as well, especially in that back left, so just bear that in mind. So premium on basically keeping it below the hole on this particular second shot into the green. If you achieve that and get out here with 2 putts, you're doing pretty well, because it can be a tricky par 4 this. Moving on to hole 16, it's a par 4, stroke index 14, plays 312 yards. Not too tricky. There is that bunker in the middle of the fairway. It's 212 basically to that bunker, so you'll need around about 230, 220 yards to carry it. Should be well achievable, and that gives you a better shot into the green. Significant elevation here for your second shot, but let's think positively about the tee shot. Going to shoot it over that bunker if you can. Even if you're short of that bunker, you're going to leave yourself something between 100 and 150 yards in, so it's not a premium to try and get it over the bunker. Does narrow the fairways the further you go up, but anyway, you've hit a good tee shot, leaving yourself less than 100 yards in, and 2-tiered green here. You definitely do not want to be at the back if the pin is at the front. That is one big tip you have to take in consideration, otherwise you'll put it back off the green, go all the way back down the fairway again. Yeah, massive elevation here for your second shot, so main thing is get it on the same tier as the pin. You achieve that, you're in good shape, and give yourself possibility of a birdie here, but it can totally screw up your score as well if you get it wrong, so just be wary on this particular hole. But fantastic hole. Okay, we've moved on to hole 17. It's the last par 3 in a back 9, stroke index 2. Real tough hole, this one. And the green, 191 yards to the front, 227 to the back, so quite a lot of space there. However, massive double tiered, especially if the pin is at the back. It becomes really tough hole. Yeah, I think the trick here is you've got 210 yards to try and get it to the middle of the green. Just aim for the middle of the green. If you get it on the green, you're doing fantastically well, and I think positively you achieve that and you get 2 putts and get out here with a par. That is a fantastic outcome, because seen even some Asian Tour qualifiers and tournaments here, some pros have had disasters here, so this is one tough hole and you get a par here, you're doing very well. Okay, onwards to the last hole. It's a par 5, stroke index 16, plays 461 yards off the whites. Definitely reachable into, certainly for the bigger hitters, but yeah, a lot of hazards, a lot of trouble awaiting here. First with a tee shot, just be wary. You've only got 245 yard carries, and if you push it out slightly to the right, you could be in the trees, and then that's hole over. Just be wary of that bunker as well, but it is 245 yards to carry. You've got 260 yards to the sort of the dam on the left hand side, so certainly you want to be aiming down the left hand side of the fairway here. Anyway, think positively. You'll do that, shoot it down the left hand side, give yourself a possibility of getting there in 2. Very, very challenging green to hit in 2. Recommendation is here, just plot it down and play this the 3-shotter. It's certainly can roll up a cricket score if you're not too careful. So yeah, push it further down there, give yourself a nice short chip shot in there, and still give you a possibility of a birdie. Green does slope from the back to the front, so again, premium keeping the ball below the hole. And if you get a single putt for a birdie, that's great. If not, it's a sensible par, and avoided all that trouble. Just navigate your way through this final hole at St. Andrews 2000. Anyway, that's the end of this guide and review. I think it's time now to move forward from get the final verdict on the course. Right, welcome back, and it is time for the final verdict. So, what can we say? St. Andrews 2000 here at Barcelona Valley. Fantastic. I mean, good value for money, £1,900 if you're a member. But even still, if you're not a member, certainly worth a shout to play this golf course. Still demanding testing. I wouldn't recommend to play it off the blues like I have done today. Normally, as I said, this review will be off the whites. Played it many times off the whites. Even managed to break 80 off the whites. But yeah, overall golf course in great condition. A joy to play. You can see they're clearing out some of the trees and stuff like that, just making it a little bit more open, is making it more enjoyable. Bunkers, good condition, fairways, superb as usual. The greens, which have been newly renovated, didn't find them to be that bouncy as some people have reported it to be, but yeah, otherwise fantastic golf course. Greens quite quick actually, but yeah, I think overall, summing it up, would I come back here and play again? Absolutely yes. And yes, I would recommend to play this golf course. It's a cracker. Anyway, if you haven't done already, please hit that subscribe button, punch or pinch the notification bell, and you'll see more videos like this in the future. Some more reviews. We've got Soydao coming up soon, so stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, have a great day, and we shall catch you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye for now.